What is going on, everyone? This is Eric coming at you from just outside of Hartford, Connecticut. And today we're going to be looking at what is essentially part one of the long-awaited for Eric Lindros trade breakdown. Now, this trade video is only going to focus on what the Philadelphia Flyers received in this trade. Thus, it's the Philadelphia portion of the trade that occurred on June 30th, 1992. The Quebec Nordiques got a massive haul in exchange for this, one player. But basically, because I don't want an hour-long video, because it actually probably would have come out to be about an hour, I decided to break it down. So we have the Philadelphia portion today, and the Quebec Nordiques portion will come out either tomorrow or the day after. And then the Quebec Nordiques portion will actually be broken up into even more parts because their video would have been a long video as well. Now, basically, background to this trade is interesting. So, Eric Lindros was drafted with the first overall pick by the Quebec Nordiques in the 1991 NHL draft. However, he and his agent had made it very clear to the team that they had no interest in playing for the Quebec Nordiques due to the ownership of the team. Now, Quebec called his bluff, and Lindros said okay, and he held out for that year. After one season, Quebec decided that it was best to just trade the star rather than deal with this headache. Now, the Philadelphia Flyers and New York Rangers were both very close to agreeing to deals with the Quebec Nordiques. Philadelphia agreed to a deal first, and the Rangers would agree to one with the Quebec Nordiques just 80 minutes later. Now, Philadelphia, they would file a complaint with the NHL saying that the Nordiques, they went back in an agreement with the Flyers. Now, after an independent arbitrator spent 10 days reviewing notes and talking to many witnesses, which included Eric Lindros, he ruled in favor of the Flyers, saying that yes, the Nordiques did trade, Lindros his rights to the Flyers before agreeing to trade his rights to the Rangers. Thus, both teams were upset but happy, and it kind of messed up the trade a little bit because originally the Nordiques were going to be getting a 1992 first-round pick, but the Flyers spent that pick on a player the Nordiques had no interest in. So then they ended up throwing in a 94 first-round pick, and they got another player instead. So it became a bit of a mess, but long story short, this meant that the Flyers were going to be getting center Eric Lindros. Now, I'm keeping the screen here looking at what the Nordiques got just in case you want to read it over, as I discussed Lindros' career in Philadelphia. So, the beginning of his career looked amazing. So, as a rookie in Philadelphia, he would score 41 goals to go with 34 assists. Now, his sophomore year was also strong. He had 44 goals with 53 assists. Now, in September of 1994, Lindros would become the captain of the Flyers, and he led the league in points with 70 and even-strength goals, 22, during a lockout-shortened 94-95 season. This saw him win the NHL MVP. Now, he had a career-best year offensively in the 95-96 season, where he set career marks in goals with 47, assists with 68, and points with 115. Now, the 96-97 season was also decent for him, as he would have 32 goals with 47 assists. Now, he led Philadelphia to the 1997 Stanley Cup Finals, where they would unfortunately get swept by the Detroit Red Wings. Now, in those playoffs, Lindros would provide 12 goals with 14 assists. All in all, solid postseason performance for him and the team. Now, injuries would begin to affect Lindros at this point, though, after those playoffs. He would suffer his first documented concussion in the 97-98 season. Still, though, he would score 30 goals that year. 98-99 was also shortened by injuries, as he suffered another concussion and a rib injury that would prove to be a collapsed lung that, were it not for his teammate, could have killed Lindros. Now, he would score 40 goals with 53 assists that year, but the mishandling of this rib injury would really just damage his relationship with the Flyers. GM Bobby Clarke also publicly feuded with Lindros. In March of 2000, Lindros suffered yet another concussion, and he publicly criticized the team's doctors. Now, because of this and his feud with Bobby Clarke, he would be stripped of his captaincy. Now, he would score 27 goals that year. And with all that was going on off the ice, he would sit out the entire 2000-2001 season, as he was a restricted free agent, and he refused to sign a deal with the Flyers. And with excluding what happened this past offseason, restricted free agents are rarely signed. So it made sense that no one wanted to touch him. It was one of those unspoken rules of hockey. Regardless, he ends up getting traded before the 2001-2002 season. Now, in Philadelphia, he was a 6-time All-Star, a 1-time league MVP, and he was a 1-time Ted Lindsay Award winner, which is awarded to the league's most outstanding player. And he did score 290 goals for the Flyers. He was also the team captain for a while, and he is a NHL Hall of Famer. So a lot to digest there. Clearly, Lindros, he was a stud, but he just clearly at this point, he had burned the bridges with 2 different organizations. So it became interesting, and who would want to trade for him? Well, how about the New York Rangers, the team that had thought they'd be getting him beforehand? So the Rangers got him for 4 assets. The first asset that the Flyers got in exchange for him was right wing Pavel Brandel. Now, Brandel, he would score 6 goals over 50 games before he was traded, along with another asset to the Carolina Hurricanes for a pair of players. The first one we'll look at is defenseman Ryan Bast. And Bast, he would manage to just get a single assist over 2 games before walking. Now, the player that the Flyers really wanted in this trade was right wing Sami Kapanen. And Kapanen, he provided 4.5 years of okay hockey in Philly. Over 311 games, he would score 44 goals and 66 assists. Now, he was better defensively speaking, but he was still good offensively, and he would end up retiring as a member of the Flyers. Now, in exchange for Lindros, the Flyers got 3 more assets. The next one we'll look at is left wing Jan Hlevic. And Hlevic, he scored 7 goals over 31 games before he was traded to the Vancouver Canucks in exchange for a pair of assets. The first one we'll look at is the infamous left winger Donald Brashear. And Brashear, over 3.5 years in Philly, he resumed his typical, enforcer role. He would have 648 penalty minutes in 3.5 years. He would also manage to score 22 goals and add 44 assists. Now, he would walk as a free agent. Now, the Flyers also got a 2002 6th-round pick. This would be the 184th pick in the draft, and they would trade this pick along with another one to the Columbus Blue Jackets in exchange for a 2003 5th-round pick. That 5th-round pick would become the 140th pick. With that, the Flyers would pick goaltender David Tremblay, and Tremblay, unfortunately, never joined the organization. Now, the Flyers did get 2 more assets from the Rangers in exchange for Lindros. The next one we're going to look at is defenseman Kim Johnson. And Johnson, he spent 4 years as a solid offensive-minded defenseman, scoring 40 goals to go with 107 assists before walking as a free agent. The team also got a 2003 3rd-round pick. This would become the 81st overall pick. With that, they would select right wing Stefan Ruzicka, and Ruzicka, he would appear in 55 games over 3 years for the team, recording 17 points before leaving to go play in the KHL. Now, the Quebec Nordiques haul will be discussed in a future video that will be up in a couple days. Just want to put that out there. Stay tuned for that. It will be linked in the description below when it is live. So we're going to discuss the other teams that were a part of the Flyers trade bracket here. So the first one, and of course the most interesting, is the New York Rangers, who got center Eric Lindros. They finally got him, and he had a strong 2001-2002 season for the team, providing 37 goals with 36 assists. Now, he had a down year in the 02-03 season, scoring only 19 goals in 81 games. Now, in the 03-04 season, he only scored 10 goals to go with 22 assists. He did also deal with a concussion once more, which limited him. Now, he would walk after the season, but he was a 1-time All-Star for the Rangers. Next, we have the Carolina Hurricanes, who got a pair of players from the Flyers. The first one is right wing Pavel Brandel, and Brandel, he would play 26 games at the NHL level, but he failed to make an impact before being traded away by the team, which will not be discussed. They also got defenseman Bruno St. Jacques, and Jacques played a bottom pairing role for a year and a half before he also left the team via free agency. Next, we have the Vancouver Canucks, who got a pair of assets, essentially in exchange for Brashear. So the first one that we're going to look at is left wing Jan Hlevic. And Hlevic, he had 23 points over 55 games for the Canucks before being traded away, not discussed. They also got a 2002 3rd-round pick. This would become the 68th overall selection. With that pick, they would pick defenseman Brett Skinner, who was traded away by the team before playing for them. We will not be discussing that trade. Lastly, we have the Columbus Blue Jackets, who got a pair of picks in 2002 for a 5th-rounder in 2003. And with those picks, the first of which was the 184th pick, they would select right wing Yaroslav Volostik, and Volostik did not sign with the team. They also got the 225th pick. With that, they would go with another right wing, this time Steven Gowertson. And Gowertson, He would appear in 46 games at the NHL level for Columbus, but he did not register a single point. So again, part 2 will be coming out soon. I'm not going to go into the complete detail of the behind-the-scenes saga with Lindros because I did that here, but this video focused on just what the Flyers got, what they got out of Lindros. The Nordiques, they got a lot. That will be a future video. Like I said, don't worry. But this was still a very interesting saga, a very interesting trade, a very interesting player, a Hall of Famer no less. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this trade. Have a good rest of your day.